Good. What's cracking? It's your girl, Queen Just, aka Killer Queen T, aka Black Girl T, aka my son said I need to slow down on my intro. I don't have time for that mess. Here we go. I'm judging you. The Do Better Manual. What chapter was we on when we last checked up with each other? Chapter 3. No, we did chapter 3 because that was when Bayhood goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? But we're on chapter 4. Oh, so I know y'all like tweets. Is you gonna start slacking off and then slowly disappear? No. Do not worry. Sometimes I don't mind recording when I have camera-itis, but sometimes I don't want to record when I have camera-itis. And I know you're like, what the fuck is camera-itis? Camera-itis means I cut my camera on, I start recording, and midway through, all you see is sometimes I read 3 fucking lines. I do not need to look like what I'm reading is putting me to sleep. Because it's not. I don't need to be sleepy. So that's why I don't make no video. That's what we're going to go with why I make no video. Today's how I make no video. Or you could be like, Squeeze, what was it really? And then I just feel like, I hit the streets. And I was standing on a corner and I forgot to come home. And then when I did come home, I looked at the time and I knew YouTube just wasn't gonna act right. Cause it was 8. And the video need at least 2 hours to record, upload. I was like, I got like Squeeze 9-10. The video still would have made it up before 12 o'clock that night. Yes, but my state of mind was telling me that it wasn't. It wasn't me. It was my state of mind. So, chapter 4 of I'm judging you like you're judging me, but judge me down in the comments. Chapter 4, under the night. You know how I know we're all crossed over the point of no return from doing the most with the absolute least anal bleachal existence. The day I saw an ad for anal bleach, I knew we had passed the point of no return. Done a double backflip to the beginning and ran 3 more victory laps. We were at the point where we were so bent on perfection that we would lighten the inner scrotiums of our asshole to achieve better beauty. Wow. The anus is the hole the people's garbage comes out of. We expect that to be pleasing to look at. I know for some, it is a venue of pleasure. Not that, side note, not that there's anything wrong with that, but still fascinating. Can we stop? Can my prostate mouth be dark and broadening in peace? Why do we need our butt nostrils commostatically widened? Does my dairy tunnel really need to shine bright like a diamond? I knew she was gonna make me laugh sooner or later. Come on, everyone. Do you do a photo shoot after the anal bleaching to show it off, or is it just for your own enjoyment? Like when you're walking down the street, newly brightened, are you smiling to yourself with the satisfaction of your own personal let there be light? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's anal bleach. Gosh damn it, everyone. Why are we doing this? Who is this really for? People say, I did it for myself. But that's not correct. Unless you're really staring at your asshole in the mirror, day in and day out, disappointed that it never reached its true fluorescent, potentially naturally, then that's not accurate. When we die, will anyone exclaim over how light our anus were in their rousing eulogies? Will the great loves of our lives remember fondly how pale your Yanish hole were? Who gives a flying fuck? We're doing all of these things because we live in a world that has dropped a metric ton of pressure on us to be beautiful and make the definition of that beauty incredibly narrow and impressively unreachable. I am judging us for our shallowness, our impossible beauty standards, and our depression to reach them. Some people frown upon women using makeup to enhance their features and to feel more beautiful. I enjoy makeup as much as the next person. Although, I will say some of the ways we paint our face gives me pause. Like when we draw on our eyebrows and they end up looking like EKGs or other virtual signs. But I don't think it's necessarily harmful. Here's what it does. Here's what it is. Do a Google image search for the word beauty. What comes up are pages and pages of pictures of white women. Even our number one search engine, no matter how algorithmic and formatic its methods, equates beauty with lightness. True. If you aim to be considered beautiful, wouldn't something like that lead you to think that to be beautiful, you need to have less melanin in your skin? Around the globe, white is right, is the message. And caste systems exist based on color. Usually, at the bottom of the ladder are black and brown people. Folks face accurate discrimination because of their darker skin. Hold on, let me see how many pages this I mean. I need to know if I can take a side note in a little minute. Because, when this book came out, it was a minute ago. So let me go to Google. I looked it up. It's been like 5 years. Maybe, maybe the standard for beauty on Google has changed. We don't know. Okay, beauty. You just typing in beauty into Google. We're gonna go to images. Okay, see, look, we don't improve. It's still light, but we got some light skinned women in there. We got Rihanna, she light skinned. We got a picture. We got what? Okay, they got all shades in this one. We got 1, 2, 3 dark skinned ones in that picture. I still light as hell though. I want to qualify for the beauty. I was just like that. I'm too dark. But I don't know. That's like I see three black people at the top. But then you gotta remember they're not by themselves. They're in the picture with like fair skin chicks. So everybody, no, I'm not seeing my skin complexion. This right here. I'm looking for this. I'm not seeing that. We all know she. Okay, see, that's the thing. Even when they have a dark skinned chick, she's not by herself. She's surrounded by like 2 white chicks. Is that really beauty if she's not by herself? Because all the white chicks will be by themselves, or the caramel chicks are by themselves. You like to quiz? You just read it. White chicks now. Okay, you're right. Maybe I was hoping I was reaching. I'm like 5 years. 5 years. 5 years. Kind of dark. Not a dark, but a dark. Get on top. And it's like, no. We let the caramels through. We let the caramels through. We like the ones that like a shade from a white. Because it's like, we got a white face. We got a light skin of like shade from that and a darker shade from that. Okay. And that's like halfway down. But no black chicks by themselves. And there's a major color complex that can be seen globally across many cultures. Centuries of hailing whiteness as a goal have gotten too many people believing that their dark skin nullifies their beauty. I'm sexy. This don't nullify shit. This might enhance it. You dark chocolate, that's the real thing. I'm the real thing. Drop it in the comments. Yeah, like really squeeze. I don't know. Hey. Dark chocolate's the real thing. Milk chocolate is fake. I'm just comparing chocolate. Not saying that real light-skinned people is fake. I'm just saying, let me point that out though. Okay, so back to the story. There are a few things that make my heart as sad as a reminder that there are people in this world who are unhappy and upset about their skin color that they cosmetically lighten themselves. Our skin is our natural coat and our largest organ. Our skin carries our history, whether white or black or yellow. Our skin is part of our cultural heritage and is important in defining who we are. Too many people believe that their dark skin voids their beauty. Some have been teased about their color by family, enough to where they start believing that something is wrong with the richness of their skin. The media thrusts those who are fair-skinned into the spotlight. She said it. Fair-skinned, not dark-skinned. I want to see somebody. I want to see somebody super, super dark. I want to see somebody so fucking dark that when we cut the light off, I have to wonder where they at. That's how dark I want that person to be. Because when you cut the light off, you see my outline, but you don't really see me. Even photography leads toward the preference of light-skinned people all around us. The message is that the darker you are, the more inconvenient your beauty is. So I get how people could internalize all that enough to where they are officially lighting their skin. Now this one, check this skin out. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm done. Concentrate on reading. Skin lightening is a global issue, but I can only speak to my experience as a Nigerian. In Nigeria, bleaching is not uncommon. I do not want to speak out of turn in saying it has been normalized, but it sure feels like it. Stories are littering with toning creams and ads with light, bright women encouraging you to get your lightening on. Now imagine that. A country where black is the default, and yet people still feel pressure to lighten their skin. Even in a country full of black people, we still cannot get away from colorism and the effects of our white is right ideas. Of course, there's the fact that Nigeria is a country that was colonized by the British until it gained independence in the 1960s. My mother was 5 years old when colonialism slinked back to Great Britain. But I have enough doubt that its effects linger. And one of the ways they do is through the color complex the country is struggling with. It is always jarring to see bleaching up close, no matter how common it is. People you've known your entire life but haven't seen in a year might show up looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost when they were previously the color of a Snickers bar. And no one can address the pink bleached elephant in the room. We're all just supposed to carry on like you didn't run any race across your entire body. Meanwhile, I'm trying not to stare at your knuckles, which often refuse to take. It's like Knuckles try to keep the hope alive. To remind you that you're lying like bad concrete. Knuckles are stubborn as hell. They're all about telling on you. They're all about that telling on you life. And I appreciate it. The rest of you might be ivory, but those Knuckles are a dead ebony giveaway. You know I have no act right and can't fix my face for a dumb thing. Don't roll up on me without warning that you become the Coke Zero version of yourself. Can I get a heads up? So that when I see you, I don't do a slow hell tilt trying to figure out if I got cataracts. Because surely this milky version of yourself must be an error in my visual field. Don't surprise me by showing up looking all Michael Early when you used to be the color of Forrest Whitaker. Your feet will be on a mission to betray you too, because they maintain their old color. They are also stubborn as hell. I've learned, when your face and your feet and hands look like they belong to different people, I know that Team Bad Decisions will never run out of members. Gels and cream lighteners are often purchased off the shelf, or sometimes even mixed at home. For far too many people bleach without a democratic assistance. So the opportunity for error is vast. Folks are outside with green undertones in their skin, green veins showing through, dark feet and knuckles, and a yellow face, looking like a walking Jamaican flag. It's such a mess. You did all that just so you could look like Joseph's amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, with skin of various shades, none that looks as good as your original one. Because when you decide to do this at home without the care of a dermatologist, you will miss a spot. Or get a bad formula and end up looking like a Dalmatian. People out here looking like the ghost of failed past, present, and future. There needs to be some protection against skin cancer too, because chemical removal of melanin cannot be healthy in the long run. Surely there's got to be consequences to forcefully removing melanin from your skin with chemicals. I can only imagine that some of the folks who are doing this will end up looking like raw chicken in 20 to 30 years after their skin gives up on them from decades of lightening. Because bleaching your skin isn't something you do for 1 or 2 years and then stop. No. Melanin is resistant. It wants to come back and show out. So those who commit to being light against their natural complexion have to continue using creams to maintain the color. Melanin serves a purpose. It's natural blessing and protection. It is a natural SPF, and you're opting to remove it from your skin. Self-hate is a vaguing, lurid vagabond. I swear to God. It's more polite saying this than swearing to God. The saddest part is that the shade of brown these folks wore before was probably much better than whatever shade light they're trying to go for. I'm saddened by the fucked up pathology of infirmity that causes such desperation that people do something so dramatic. Why try to change who you were born to be and force yourself into who you think everyone will find more beautiful? Society has failed people to the point where they feel they cannot like themselves in the skin they are born in. Whether it's our skin or our parts of our body that we feel the need to change, we doing our absolute utmost to attain perfection we can never reach. With our constant need to be beautiful, the message is that our original selves are never enough. Oh man. Okay, we almost done. If we're big, we want to be smaller. If we're small, we wish we were bigger. This has to be concerned about our current state of affairs as citizens of Earth. I think we're officially taking our need for some narrow idea of beauty too far. Combining our global self-esteem issues with medical advancements, we are now at a point where plastic surgery has people doing themselves ultra wrong by having 1, 2, or 20 surgeries too many. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because you want to get me wrong, put it in the comments. I am not automatically against plastic surgery or some other medical cosmetic enhancements. I admit one day I might get tired of being the parliament of the itty bitty titty committee. I bring the Doritos to our monthly meeting, and sometimes I'll take notes if I don't fall asleep through the introductions. I'm mostly there for the chips though. Anywho, if that day comes, I might opt to upgrade these boobs from a size 4 Aero not fam to a C cup or something. A proper 1, 2 cup improvement. Like the supple lady that I am. I'm not ruling out Botox either. If these lines start looking like crop circles in my face, I might opt for something. Maybe not. Needles in my face do scare the shit out of me. I got a nose ring once and I cried for 20 minutes afterwards. What I am against is cosmetic procedures, not medical necessities. Let me be sure. She said not medical necessities. Necessities. Not necessaries. I don't know what word that was. Necessaries is not a word. Necessities is a word. Okay. The change we look like. That changed what we look like to the point where we need new identification. That is what makes me frown. There are people who cannot even do Throwback Thursdays with the rest of us because they have brand new faces and we all require receipts, 2 forms of ID, and their fingerprints. Why? Because they opt to get facelift, cheek implants, nose jobs, lip plumpers, chin shaves, and more. It's all too much. And keep in mind that not all plastic surgery surgeons are created equal. If someone would be cutting into your body, you should probably do your research on them. They need to come from references, background checks, and word of mouth praise. And their office should have a 4-leaf clover plucked from nature above the entrance. Any other doctor can't do it. This is not a thing where you want to use Groupon to get a deal on. Go to the best of the best, so your face and body won't look like the universe is laughing at you afterwards. After all, bad plastic surgery is like adding serious insult to injury. I've seen so many before and after shots where the after look like a blooper reel. Every time that happens, an angel sings a sad song. People are out here shelling out thousands of dollars to be made to look like accidental cartoons. I've seen cheek implants that made someone look like a Jafar from Aladdin. That surgeon was so damn petty. Boob jobs go way far too often too. I seen some that look like 2 coconuts sitting next to each other, refusing to touch. Your implants should not look like they're giving each other the silent treatment. They really should communicate better. And the people going from A cups to GGGGG, first of all, why? That is a lot of boobage. And Your testicular region is going to be all in shock. You go from ant bites to beach balls. Ouch. Why are you paying someone to give you shoulder and back pain? I will never understand that. Moderation does not need to take a nap when you're getting yourself cut up. People are getting nose jobs that make their nostrils so small that they whistle when they inhale. Facelifts got their skin pulled so tight that it looks like it might hurt every time they have to blink. And their lips are so big and bloated, they look like they have a permanent allergic reaction to shellfish after a night at Red Lobster for an endless shrimp dinner. To make matters worse, now teenagers are getting in on the action. Are their faces even fully developed? I'm pretty sure I made that up, but let's go with it. It's absurd to allow a 15-year-old to get cosmetic surgery. What do they know about true beauty at that age? At 15, I thought denim suits was high fashion. I knew nothing. I can't even explain this. All I know is from my sophomore year of high school until college, I bought size 9 shoes and always wore thick socks. Then I go to college, tried on someone's size 7 shoes, and realized they fit me so well. So everyone's shoes don't flop when they walk. I had been wearing the wrong size for 3 years. I was a dumbass. That person should certainly never had the option to get plastic surgery. Body dysmorphia disorder is a bombastic bastard. Surely it's to blame for some of these extreme surgeries people have. When they look at their reflection and see a funhouse mirror version of themselves, of course they want to change. See, Michael Jackson, may he rest peacefully, and Little Kim, who went from being a black woman in 1995 to now resembling an Asian mermaid, just damn it. Damn it all. In the word of Queen Ruth Paul, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Amen. People who are gift blessed get hell for it. But then folks go and objectify them for having ample yanishes. So now it's the thing. Although black people have had asses since forever, we, as a collective, not me, have been blessed with these bodies for centuries, and we've been considered freaks for it. See, sorority brought to man. We've been ridiculed and made to feel like our bodies were somehow less than beautiful because we were pushing extra cushion. But then one day, big booties started being celebrated in the mainstream. They became the new standard, and people started thinking they needed them to be beautiful. Again, with our ever-changing and impossible standards of beauty. We want women to have big boobs, small waists, and now big asses? So now rates of butt surgeries and injections have skyrocketed. I retaliate. No Groupons for plastic surgery. Do your research. I reiterate. I'm just over here making up words. I apologize. Read this closely. If you insist on getting your ass by any means necessary, the least you can do is go to someone who is licensed. Google was invented so we could do better. Call your medical board if you have to, so you can be super sure that your doctor is authorized to do the work and not just someone who watched YouTube videos about giving butt injections. If your surgeon's office is someone's basement, it's probably not where you should be. Ask your surgeon for some receipts. If your surgeon also does hair in their office, that ain't who you want. Do not be cheap about your procedures. This is not the place to skimp. Pay a premium. Because your body is your house. You need to live in it. Well, at least until we all have the ability to transfer our souls into robots when we ruin our bodies. But we're not there yet. For now, this is all you have. Yet people are dying from botched butt injections performed by fake surgeons and back alley nurses without the certifications and degrees to do so. People are dying from allowing someone to inject unknown substances into their ass so they can be retired. Again, women who have actually died from quacks injecting concrete into their bodies. I'm sad for everyone. Our common sense has officially jumped the shark. If you die from getting your butt injection from someone raggedy and get to heaven, I hope the angels meet you at the gate and exclude a choreographed group side-eye. You should have known better. I mean, big butts are not that serious. But if they offer you, get a personal trainer. Do squats, lunges, and all that. If not, just accept your flaws. Sure, your ass might be concave like a spoon. You might yannish. Maybe your back goes straight into your legs. So what? Develop an amazing personality so no one care as much. Learn to make people laugh, or just wear really big, distracting hats. There are things that will make your ass always no big deal. Look at me. I just learned how to give side eye so proper that people never notice my ass defectively. What we lack in certain areas, we should make up in others. Okay, makes sense. In fact, I realized that there are things about my body I could have decided to change, but there have actually become reasons why I am who I am today. I also know that the Lord is well aware of who He gives which gifts to, and this is why I do not have a grimace yannish in a semi-decent person, and I'm a semi-decent person. I felt like the day the Lord was handing out booties, I was late, as usual, and so I missed out. Then when I did show up to give him an excuse, he took one look at me and said, "Nah, you look like you act a fool if I was to give you one of these," and he denied my application for a dunk. He is indeed all-knowing. I know for a fact that I would be awful if I was a bit like Serena Williams or Jennifer Lopez. I mean, seriously. Allow me a loving objectability those two women have when I say, God just got me. Those women are so beautiful. Their bodies are the brick house cherries on a Sunday of life. Whew. If I had a body remotely close to what they have, I would be a terror. My ass would cause me to do really inappropriate and rude things. I'll be so ridiculous that people would be able to pick my lava out of the lineup. I wear zero clothes, any, and everywhere, every day. I'll show up at church rocking a denim thong and a crop t-shirt and have the nerve to sit right next to the head usher and dare her to say anything to me. And if anyone did say something to me, I tell them, Jesus blessed me in many ways, and I'm just showing off His works. Hallelujah. People would be disgusted and appalled, and I wouldn't care. All the sauce would just bounce off my ample backside. To whom much is given, much is required. And I require that my much will be given nary an inch of fabric. I hire a band whose sole job would be to follow me around and play theme music for my yarnish, based on the mood I was in. Yarnish is booty. They'd be called Ass Pandora. I might have to walk backwards in any room I entered. Because why not? I would be a good fool and wear short shorts in Chicago winters. Because why should 5 feet of snow stop my show? I might also declare my booty its own limited liability corporation, assigning myself as CEO and chairman of the dunk. My jeans would be tax-deductible business expenses, and I would add my ass to my LinkedIn profile skill selection. Everyone would throw hateration in my dairy, and I wouldn't even see it, protected as I would be by the thrones I sat atop. I would just be up to all types of shenanigans. I'd be so stupid with it, I might tell people to refer to me as a queen, a republic, a yarnish, Madonna. I would have no friends and no character. Thank goodness the Lord, who works in mysterious ways, gave me the petite body I have, because He knows how little behavior I have if He blessed me with the bonanicious behind. Yes, I know I could go out and buy one of those bodies, but I'm glad I'm built this way. It is part of what makes me who I am. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. So to the man upstairs, thank you for doing the world a favor and not allowing me to be a ridiculous, cheer-jerking, iron, dumbass, makes no sense booty. You truly are omnipotent and all-knowing, Father God. And to everyone who's built like a Coke bottle and still manages to have conscience and be nice and put on clothes sometimes, I say, kudos to you. You might not even have to read the rest of this book because clearly you're doing something right. This book wouldn't exist if I were you, because I'd be too busy being a menace to society, because shallow. The moral of this story, don't be the version of me I would be if I was glorious, Maximus blessed. Sure, rock makeup and hair hats, some wigs and weaves look like natural hats that folks place on their head, therefore they are hair hats. To your heart's desire. But don't die in the pursuit of different body parts, like giant bulls when yours were previously ant bites, or skin tones that started as coke but ended up as phantom. Yes, you can judge me because I just dedicated an entire half a chapter to talking about my yarnish. But I'm judging you. I'm judging Little Kim surgeons, and I'm judging society. Because everyone hates how they look. Everyone wants what we don't have, and everyone is stuck in a cycle of so-called self-improvement that is really self-defeating. Do better, everyone. And with that, we out. You already know what you need to do. You need to leave a like. You need to leave a dislike. You need to leave a comment, whether it be good, bad, different. Leave that bad boy in the comment section. And with that, peace.